All right, guys, we're back with another Edison Format Finals at Eclipse Games between Cam the Man Neal, YCS/UDS champion on the left, playing Pure Blackwings versus Jonathan on the right, playing Diva Hero Beat. So it looks like Jonathan went first, set a monster, set a back row. Looks like he's open does shoot. Uh, Cam knows he's playing heroes, so I'm guessing that his set monster is either a snowman or a crystal seer, which is a card that people have played in this deck. So Cam's hand is Kalut, Sirocco, Bora, Double Bottomless, and MST. First time in the finals for both these players. Jonathan's still relatively new to Edison. He kind of found our local through the channel. And Cam just doesn't play much in real life Yu-Gi-Oh! These days. Not Edison, definitely not Edison, and not even Advanced. He just shows up to YCSs and tops without playing much in real life anymore. And he does play at regionals, though. But yeah, Cam's a great player, and I convinced him to come play some Edison. He's like, you got a deck for me? And I was like, here, play Blackwings in case I play against you, because I really need to test against Blackwings. So anyway, now that the intro's out of the way, Cam attacks into DD Warrior Lady, which is a card that they usually play one of in Hero Beat. It might hurt Cam because he lost his Bora now, so if he draws Blizzard, Blizzard is dead. So right now, Cam can't deal with the Gilman, so he bottomlesses the Gilman. And Jonathan's hand's like Mirror Force, Spark, Hero Blast, Honest. I think that's his hand. Yeah, so you can see here the weaknesses of this deck. I ran this deck for a while, and that's why I don't like it. You can see, like, Honest is dead right now. Spark is dead. Hero Blast is dead. But the thing about Hero Beat is that it has a good Blackwing matchup, and it has a good GB matchup. So if GBs continue to gain more popularity, this deck could make a resurgence. Anyways, you saw Jonathan just drew another dead Spark. And this is why I no longer play this deck. Alright, Jonathan bounces the Honest back. And sets... Oh, I think he set... Did he set both Sparks? He's hoping to top deck into an Alias. I think he drew into Stratos. So yes, his two back rows are double Spark. See, here, if I was Jonathan, I probably would have summoned Stratos. You know he has a bottomless, and you got to get your engine going. You need to get to Alias ASAP, so... Oh. Anyways, here comes Kalut. Cam normal summons the Kalut. And here he Mirror Forces. Does he have an Icarus? Yeah, Jonathan's going to get punished if Cam has Icarus. Yep. Ooh, that was huge. I think, first of all, last turn, Jonathan should have searched Alias, and he probably should have only set one Spark. There was no need to set two there, and then he got punished by Icarus there. Anyways, here Cam MST is a Future Fusion. So now Jonathan is forced to summon Stratos, so will Cam bottomless it, and he lets it go through. I think Cam would rather hold the bottomless because Cam knows Jonathan has Honest. So he'd rather hold the bottomless for Alias. So here Cam takes 18, so he's at 4,089. Cam's left with two cards in hand. So will Jonathan set the Hero Blast? Maybe now that he got Icarus, he's a little more cautious. And Cam summons another Sirocco. So we're at 87, 4,000. So now will Cam bottomless this Alias if he does summon it? I think he might. So Jonathan decides to just set Torrential, set Hero Blast. No, please don't summon the Alias. What? Well, you know it's bottomless. You're almost certain that it's bottomless because he opened both of them. So yes, Cam is playing around Honest here. So now you know his last card is Honest. And his Miracles are dead. So does Cam attack? Cam's got like 3 cards. He summons Blizzard. Okay, so he probably didn't see... Does he have Dark Armed? So he chooses Torrential on the Blizzard and not when he brings out Kalut. And Cam passed. And then here comes Ocean, attack over Kalut. So now we know his hand is a dead Hero Blast, a dead Honest, and all he has is an Ocean. So Cam summons another Blizzard. I think that's why he was willing to be aggressive last turn. I'm guessing he had both Blizzards, so he didn't mind losing a Torrential there. He's got 2 cards. Now, are you afraid of D Prison and Mirror Force? Like, so Cam attacks the Ocean and drops a Colute. So that puts him at 75. So Cam's left with 1 card in hand. So they're actually even in cards. For now. You can tell this is just, even though Cam got a +1 off of the Icarus, Jonathan is still up. So here, Jonathan attacks over the Colute, and he's got double Honest in his hand. So let's see what Cam does. So now we're at 29.75. Cam sets 1 and passes. So here comes Rhoda. Summon Alias. It should be game if Cam has nothing. Let's see. Yeah, if Cam's got nothing, this is game. He's got Hero Blast. Alias. Attacks him for 19, and Cam surrenders. So Cam's last card was another Colute. So I'm wondering, could Cam have... No, it would have been 13. Calls priority. Kalute's Chainlink 1. So we'll go up... No, there was nothing Cam could have done. Could he have Blizzard and called priority with Colute? But then Jonathan doesn't use his Honest. Alright, so Cam allures Colute away, summons Shura, triggers Whirlwind. Alright, Cam searches Blizzard. So he might, if I'm playing against Cam, and he does this play, I'm guessing he has another Colute in his hand. Alright, Cam sets 1 and passes. Let's see, what will Jonathan get? 1 win away from getting his first win. Or will Cam pull off the backdoor 2-0? So here comes Alias. Jonathan did not use MST on that back row, probably because he has Spark. So he doesn't really care if Cam bottomlesses him, or deprisons him, or mirror forces him. He has the Gemini Spark. So Jonathan didn't attack. See, I probably would have just attacked him. You have Spark, you don't have anything to lose. And I think he has Honest in hand too. So yeah, he had nothing to lose there. So probably Cam doesn't have Icarus. Would Cam have end phase Icarus him? I think he would have, especially if he has another play, because then, yeah, I'm almost certain Cam does not have Icarus. Unless he really wants to force Jonathan to, like, bottomless him or something. But I really don't think so. Yeah, especially with another Shura in his hand. Okay, so what else does Cam have? So Cam passes. So Jonathan should attack him now because he didn't attack him last turn, which I think he should have. But he's probably not aware how the damage step, damage cow, all that stuff works. Because I think Cam, I'm trying to think, because game 1, Cam could have maybe called priority on the Colute, made a Chainlink 1. So and then if Jonathan chains Honest, so the Honest would have gone up to 24. Yeah, I think Cam would have won because Cam attacked him, right? Yeah, Cam would have won. The thing would have gone up to 27. But Jonathan doesn't waste his Honest. Anyway, so you can see here, Jonathan attacked the Shura, used the Colute. Sorry, Jonathan used the Honest, not the Colute. So now Jonathan with 3 back rows, an Alias on the field, and 1 card in hand. So Cam attacks with Shura. Is that the Icarus? Ooh. So his first set was Icarus. So this worked out for Cam because he got the +1. And here he chains Spark, so he draws 1. Now the question is, would I have Icarus Jonathan at the end phase? It's risky if you do that. So I kind of get why Cam held it. He's like, I'd rather just wait for you to waste one of your trap cards and then go for the blowout. Okay, here comes Ocean. Attacks Cam for 15. So we're at 46 to 8,000. How many cards does Cam have? Because, yeah, it looks like Cam is up on a few cards. Summon Blizzard. Get Shura. And here comes Hero Blast. So this is why Hero Beat is just so favored against Blackwings, because they easily stop your summons with Spark, with Bottomless, with Hero Blast, all these cards. Especially game 2 and 3, Dust Tornadoes come in to stop your Black Whirlwind. Cam special summons Bora to out the Ocean. So now all Jonathan has is Alias, and I think he just drew into Diva. Summon Diva. Get Gilman. So what will John? I think you go for Android, right? And just, but I'm almost positive Cam's got a Kalut in his hand. Maybe you go Android, attack over the Shura. Jonathan might have Miracle Fusion. Yeah, I think you go Android here. What's he thinking about? Does he play the Sea Dragon? I know my friend Josh used to play that card. I forgot what it does. The level 5 Sea Dragon card. Okay, yeah, Android. Does he have Miracle? No, he doesn't. I think he's got 2 monsters in his hand. So Android attacks over Shura, and then face he's going to gain 600. And pass. So let's see. How will Cam deal with this? Does he have another Blizzard? Gale would be nice. Kalut. So I'm trying to think what outs Cam could have. Kalut, Gale, Blizzard. 3 Darks or Dark Armed. So yeah, quite a... I think, oh yeah, he does have the Dark Armed. So Dark Arm, pop the Android. 17, 28. So now we're at 39 to 46 and 1 back row from Cam. So this is looking good for Cam, but let's see. He's got Spark, Alias. So Spark, Alias outs the Dark Armed. Attack over Bora. But if he has Kalut, you just lose. Does Cam have Kalut? I think you do you use it? Okay, so he doesn't proceed to damage step. He just sparks the Dark Arm, draws into Miracle Fusion off the Spark. Now will he play it? Yeah, he plays Miracle. If I'm Cam, this is alright, because if you have Kalut or if you have Bottomless, well, 1 Bottomless is gone. So can Cam deal with an Ab-Zero? It looks like Cam's got nothing to stop the Ab-Zero. Maybe he's got a D-Prison set. I wonder what Cam's back row is. Is it another Icarus attack? Gale out, so I'm guessing he has Kalut. Yeah, so I think he had it last turn also. So he takes 600, and then Ab-Zero is going to wipe the Bora. So now we're at 46 to 33. Jonathan summons Gilman, pokes him for 17, and I think he has Hero Blast. Oh, so that was Cam's back row, a Dust Tornado. So this is looking good for Cam. He has a lot of cards he can draw. Shura, Sirocco, Blizzard. Oh, he drew a Vayu. It's normal summon Vayu, set on back row. Probably trying to give off he has another Kalut in his hand. Yes. So that's 22, and then Jonathan takes 500. So now we're at 29, 28. Jonathan sets what? A DD Warrior Lady? So Cam sets and passes. Flip summon Honest. Cam lets it go. So now Cam's at 26. Jonathan's 28. Keeps on. Did he draw the other honest? Oh, here, okay. I think his other card is Miracle. So he activates Rhoda. So we're 26 to 28. Oh, he's going to search Warrior Lady. Is he going to summon Warrior Lady? Because if he does summon the Warrior Lady, he just loses. But this is game if he summons the Warrior Lady. But are you afraid of Torrential? Okay, so I actually agree with this. You don't want to just get blown out by Torrential or Mirror Force. Let's see, what will Cam do? Will he take the 11? Yeah, he decides to take the 11. Bounce. Sets the Warrior Lady, so now we're at 15 to 28. And passes. Now 4 back rows from Cam. Oh, heavy. And it looks like Cam does not have Solemn, so that should be game. Yep. Top deck heavy. And yeah, Cam just drew all trap cards. So Jonathan gets his first win on the channel. We'll see if Cam comes back and plays some Edison. I know he doesn't like the Blackwing deck, but I wanted to test against it, so that's why he decided to play this. He's just gonna play whatever people let him borrow until he builds his own Edison deck. He actually thinks Machina Turbo is the best deck, so we're trying to build that one. Maybe he'll play it down the road. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that match, and we'll be back soon for another tournament. Bye, guys.